Thank you,
to be able to go back and be like, wow, Hashem, you helped me, so I can hold on to it even in this dark time.
That's it. The thank you, Hashem. I see miracles. That almost turns the darkness into light.
Always.
Just by thanking Hashem. And I remember Gedalia talking about we always have to be on like a soldier ready for the battle situation.
Absolutely.
And that's the training we're doing in the good times.
Right.
So it sees it that way as well. I mean, it's amazing answers. I really appreciate it. But a big part of our class is music. And, being that you're a rapper, hip hop artist, and, we always feel like the studio asking, do you think he'll do a song? We always feel nervous to put you on the spot, being that this is your art and it's something very, one of the things I saw, what was nice to see you in a different context was Be Heard. It was a session you did before Pesach. I think I helped organize it with Ben and Klatsky, and it was nice to see you like commenting on musicians and publicly giving feedback. And there was a new group of artists that are, trying, and it just, the Shizale, I think, have been putting it out in little sections. They just put out a new one, a proper edited version. It was really nice. And
really nice.
It's just amazing to see you in different contexts. But we do want some music. So how are you going to do this? We can put on the video after, because this is recorded.
We can put a video on after.
Yeah, right? Lifted.
Not so prepared.
Lifted is the song we should put out there?
Yeah, we should put out Lifted. Show the Lifted video.
The full video, the official video.
Yeah, so, we're working really hard right now on new music. A new song is coming out. I'm trying to make sure that it's every 4 to 6 weeks.
Nice.
And something like that we're releasing a new song. So we already have the next video on the bag. It's ready to come. And then I think I'm going to shoot like four videos over 2 days or something like that.
Any insights of the videos coming? Are you allowed to say?
No, I have one video. It's called Human Greatness with a wonderful singer named Dustin Paul. He's amazing. Wow. And we shot this video in New York. Same time we did Lifted. The next day we shot this video.
Dustin Paul is a new name.
Yeah. So you'll hear him. For a lot of us haven't heard of him that much, but he's not because of his talent, because the guy's out of this world. He's amazing. So we have a beautiful song coming out. So, and then I have that, and obviously you mentioned the HBO series that's being worked on right now. So, which is something I'm very involved with, very in caution. It's a drama comedy based on my life story. And we were approached by a lot of different people, and even back when you were more involved, being approached by a lot of different people, from Queen Latifah and other groups on Netflix and different things from my story. And what felt comfortable about this one was that we were doing comedy, so my desire was that it wasn't going to leave anybody with opinions. I feel like a lot of media and television today is all about leaving people having an agenda to leave an opinion. And my job is only to inspire people, and if I can make them laugh through inspiration, then that would be my goal. So as long in the series is underway, but the only thing is that the only way I know that you'll see it is if it's inspirational and it's funny. If it's not inspirational, it's funny, it's not coming out. So,
so we're gonna have to pray a lot that it comes together. Will there be music incorporated?
The music. I'm doing all the soundtrack, the music for it, and it doesn't spend a whole lot of time in my past life, so that's why it's not really a documentary. Also, so it's sort of like the major parts, embellished comedy of what you have to experience as being African American, coming from the neighborhood and the place I grew up, and then being in the world of Hasidus, like trying to navigate yourself. So hopefully we're able to do it with class and in a way that it should be a Kiddush Hashem and everything like that. That's what we're working on. So.
I have a question. Would it be like, remember Eddie Murphy's style where he used to do all the characters himself?
That's what I'm pushing for.
I remember you did a Purim story like with Yosef back in the day, and you're standing there.
Right. So that's the hope. That's funny you brought that up, because I sent that in this is really something that I want to do, is sort of like all these different parts. I don't know if I will be me. There were some stipulations that I set forth in order for me to actually play my own part.
Yeah.
They know what that is. So if they adjust those things, then we can do it. But if not, then I'd probably only be playing other people, so we'll see what happens.
That's something that Emuna class, we should incorporate a bit more comedy, I think. I think it's needed,
There's some comedians here.
Yeah. Bring a comedian. I don't know if there are good Jewish comedians nowadays.
I'm sure there are.
You come across some when you're traveling and the tours, like Modi and all these guys?
Yeah, I see Modi I see him at a few different events, actually, recently, and Elon Gold, and Yeah, so there's a few different guys out there, and there's a lot of guys in the back that really write comedy. They're not stand-up comedians, but they write comedy and stuff.
I'm sure a lot of the writers are Jewish as well.
Yeah.
In Hollywood and stuff.
Yeah. So
we've got the power of the mouth and pen, you know.
Right. So, but the ultimate thing is, new content. I've been really going back, and you mentioned the podcast earlier also too, which we're now in-house. We're a part of a wonderful network called Soul Shop.
Nice.
Which was awesome, but I kind of want to go in a different way, and the way that I'm doing the podcast and the content and different things like that.
You got a name yet? So, new name?
I don't have a new name, but there will be a new name. I'm going to announce it very soon.
New flow. That's what we're calling this class.
It's definitely going to be a new flow. It's gonna be a new flow.
Amazing.
But I'm very, very excited about that. So hopefully I'll start.
How did you find just doing the podcasting well? Because it is a new channel to interview others, not just to be interviewed.
It was very interesting. There was a part of it that was fun because you're on the other side, being able to interview other people, and then there's the other challenge of it, of constantly coming up with questions that are interested for the person, that don't sound the same, that are not the same. So there's definitely some challenges to it. And, not everybody that you're interviewing you knew about before you did, especially when you're part of a network. And so you're getting introduced to people. So you only have a little bit of time sometimes to read up on them before you actually have the interview. So, it definitely has its challenges.
I mean, that's always a big thing, nowadays you see the podcast platforms has really taken off as a big avenue of media, as well as all the short form stuff.
Right.
And we've asked this before because obviously we want to try and get Emuna to all these places.
Right.
That's a big hope. We're trying to get this campaign of loving everyone unconditionally from Rav Arush. Obviously the Universal Garden of Emuna, we want to get this out there. And all the Garden of Emuna series, all our website, everything. So could you give us any guidance a little bit from your experience now? You've been a bit more out in the mainstream media market. How are they managing to get people's attention when there's such a overload of content more than ever?
One of the things I've been able to discover for myself is what I tried to discover was who my audience was. I was asked for many years, right? Who's your audience? Who's your audience? Who's your audience? Everybody wants to know, because Shiva Barkham said, Rosh Shiva said they can't listen to me. Who's your guy? Who you trying to reach out to? What's your thing? And how many people stop you and say, can I have a picture with you? My puppy loves you. You know what I'm saying? You have to figure out, and I never thought about this because it was never shtick by me. Hashem revealed to me, this is what I should be doing in the world. I'm a kusher. I'm close to tzaddikim. Rav Arush gave me a big commission. This is what you need to be doing. So I wasn't so confused about what I was supposed to be doing, and I didn't think I needed to think about my audience. But one of the things is that one of the reasons why I felt like I needed to discover who my audience was because I need to discover who I am. And naturally, a person can start to know more about yourself by the people that are drawn to you. And this is a big lesson in life. If a person starts to realize that you have a lot of people in your life that are not good for you, then something about your energy is drawing these type of people to you. Sometimes they throw you off, and you'll for sure have that. But you have to think of, what type of people are drawn towards you. Obviously, if they're drawn towards these classes, people are drawn towards Emuna. They want light. They want different things like that. And one of the things I discovered about my audience was that these were people that were like-minded like me. Also, believe in family, believe in values and Emuna and closest to Hashem. We did a show. I think we started off this past Hanukkah tour in Dallas, and there was almost as many non-Jews that signed up for it as there were Jews that signed. It was over,
was this the Bright Lights
people,
or in summer?
The Bright Lights, this past
that was Chabad.
Hanukkah. Yeah, it was Chabad over there.
A few thousand people came.
Yeah, so it was a beautiful, beautiful concert.
I saw the videos.
But I started to think about, even when you talk to the non-Jewish people, they're stopping you, and I started getting stopped more and more by people that were even, that were not Jewish. And just to hear what they're saying, everything was about inspiration. You inspire me. This was so uplifting. This was so that's who my audience is. That's what they want from me. So that made me stop and assess everything I'm doing and say, hold on, I need to reevaluate, because Hashem, the audience is bigger than just the audience. These are the neshamas that you put my world into to be mashpia on, even if it's only a small little bit. It's not just the audience. These are Hashem. These are my people. These are and I'm their guy. So I need to be able to give over their life. So that's the first thing, is evaluation. What is my audience? What do they like? What are they? And I don't have all the back end Google analytics to find out or whatever. So I have to do real survey. I have to ask people. I have to see what